What's up, Kart Lifer? Sammy D with a dispatch out here from vacation on the lake. And yes, it was 1 year ago today. I sat in this very spot and brought y'all a very late breaking, important news update video about all kinds of things that were added to this game. And we'll recap that here in just a second and what the last year has been like in Mario Kart Tour. I wasn't going to do a normal tour reaction today, so this is going to be a very casual, off the cuff look at the new tour on my other phone here while we just talk about a couple things about the game. And that's going to be it for the day. It's a Sundae Tour. 1 year ago we had a Sundae Tour with White Tanuki Mario debuting. Of course, you guys know, loved that driver. We had a fun time doing ice cream specials last year. But yeah, on this very porch over that lake, right up there on that porch, I did my last pull for King Mario. It was 1 year ago that our final gacha pipe was in the game. And so let's look back on that and all that's happened in the last year and the state of the game right now, because a lot of folks talking about on my Discord server and a lot of other servers, as well as our recent Kart Talk special, about what's the future of Mario Kart Tour. Is the game ending? Spoiler, no, the game is not ending, but the amount of new content that Nintendo's bringing into the game seems to be at an end point as of right now. And we'll talk about what that means. I just want to kind of clear the air on a couple things about that, because there's a lot of stuff going around, and you want to hype responsibly. And I want to get you guys the information that matters to you. And we'll look at the new tour real quick, and I'll show you guys my loadouts before we sign off here from the lake for a relaxing vacation. But yeah, so I did my final King Mario pipe pulls right up there on that porch on the last gacha pipe. And it was about 1 year ago they removed gacha pipes, ruby pipes, from the game. Also at that time, I'm out here trying to have a vacation, and Mario Kart Tour drops all this crazy stuff. Battles, the update that brought battles to the game took place just 1 year ago as well. They also added some really nice quality of life features, such as the try again button, where you're keeping the same lobby and trying to race again. That was only brought to the game a year ago, and what a improvement that's made to the game to have that there. We've also had high scores introduced on your tracks 1 year ago. This also was the tour where they brought the quad cap, level 400, higher tiers up to 99, and higher grades in multiplayer. So the quad cap only 1 year old as well. We still don't have level 9 in the game. A lot of folks assume it will come at some point, especially as we talk about the future of the game. We'll be thinking about that. And then in the past year since then, I went back and watched that video where I was sitting on this exact pier, and I was just kind of reflecting on all that's happened since then. And even then, a year ago, we were saying, will you please cap the Miis, there's no cap in sight. And we've gone a whole other year where every tour 1 or 2 Miis were released, or sometimes more than 2 Miis were released, and it was never capped. The Mii invasion has continued. It has just gone full throttle nonstop, and the Miis are so overpowered from one angle, but from another angle, plus skilled drivers that are non-Miis have found a way to thrive in the last year. Toad Astronaut has been an incredible driver. You have original characters that not only, for the people who invested in them, it brought them value. If you take anything to level 7 triple capped, you're going to have some value for it. Like, take Wiggler, for example. I have not invested in Wiggler, but if I had, I'd probably be using him on some of the tracks where he has overlap with other drivers, especially if you take them high enough. This is how you can kind of shape your account to revolve around whatever you want. But Poochie, Wiggler, these were 2 original characters we never saw coming 1 year ago, and we still had them added to the game. Real big surprises, Wiggler being one of the big 8. If you saw my Kart Life special on the 8 drivers, 8 original characters from the past I would love to see added to the game. Poochie, total surprise, tying into Yoshi's Island Nitro somewhat. And then we had the DK alt, guys. I mean, 3+ years in the making. Finally, DK Gladiator, a Boomerang DK alt high-end came to the game. It was epic. Battles, since they debuted about a year ago, let's face it, they're essentially cursed. They rolled out with a tough start. The Battle Tour did not have them even in operation. There was a maintenance issue on them. And ever since, it's like, from the shrooming exploits and the boomerang boomboxing exploits basically finding a way to exploit every single battle track, pretty much, with, you know, going into multiplayer and then getting those high scores that then transfer to your single player records, which they still haven't removed them, but they've patched up every single way that players have exploited, being it the mushroom, shroom humping on Twilight House, or the mushroom cannon launching on Paris, or coin collecting on Battle Course 3 or any battle course. You don't get coin actions anymore in battles. I still wish they would take them out of single player, but they're there for now. And the amount of tracks, I covered this in the big changes we need in the end game of Mario Kart Tour, another recent video I hope you guys check out. We need more tracks, and the tracks that are in there, they are using the same song, the same background music. It makes it feel so repetitive. And then the grind on every battle track, when you're going for score, you're essentially going around and around with coin boxes trying to get 200 actions, 250 actions, or somehow getting a well-fought bonus. But they're there. We got the multiplayer pipes out of the last year as well, which is pretty cool. That's another thing they added. So you're getting more resources. A lot of times those multiplayer pipes, though, let's face it, they also feel a little cursed, because you're getting a gold pipe and then you're getting a balloon dupe that's worth, what, 300 coins? That's less than a normal driver duplicate. Give me a break. It's a gold pipe. It says high end. Like, you really couldn't have upped the price of a balloon to at least make it, you know, a coin value that actually helps us out every time we get a dupe balloon. Apparently we're getting a new balloon shape this tour in the Sundae Tour with a blooper shape, so we'll check that out. But yeah, battles have essentially been screwed ever since they started. I don't know if they're gonna update them or not, or if they'll add any of these things that we'd like to add, more tracks, more, you know, different music. I have a feeling it's not ever going to change. And since they've patched up each little hole with the exploit, I don't think they're going to take them out of single player, but they really should. I hate when they're in ranked, especially. You guys know that. But we had this retro track renaissance continue. That's what I dubbed it at the time. We had no idea how many retro tracks were still coming in the last year when we were sitting here a year ago. I mean, an insane amount of retro tracks. No one really knows why they were all dumped in at such a rate. Sometimes 1 or 2 entire new retro tracks added to a tour with all their variants. I mean, it's been insane. I've completely lost track. I can't even tell you how many there were. They've added so many. Initially, we thought they were to fill out the booster course pass, right? Because the booster course pass from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, if you've been living under a rock, it's porting in these tour track models, because they have these tour track builds they've made, and like, oh, we could just make DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and sell it and polish up the graphics a little bit, which they did do. But they have to fill these slots. They're bringing the city tracks in there, the nitros, but the rest are filled with retros, and we had enough retros to begin with to fill the slots, especially if you throw in a couple of remix tracks. But they added all of these extra tracks over the last year, almost for no seemingly good reason. My theory is that there will be a booster course pass too, because it's sold so well. I've been saying this for a long time now, and they'll fill it out with some more of those tracks. But another theory is, you know, the contract they had with Bandai or whoever's developing these tracks for a tour, it hit, you know, it goes up until the 4th anniversary, and then, you know, they're done making their assets for a tour. And so now that all the tracks are built, you know, Nintendo has them, they can work with them, they can release tours over the next few years in different combinations of tracks. All the assets are essentially created, and now we're getting into the state of the game and the future of the game, and what everyone's talking about right now when they're talking about the end of the game or Mario Kart Tour ending or dying. It's that all the tracks that we know about, long story short, data miners have been able to look forward to what tracks might be coming based on ID gaps in the game files, and there's none left. Madrid 3, I believe, is like the only one. In this Sundae Tour, the RTs we're getting right here were the last few that data miners knew about, and I think we need Madrid 3, and, you know, there might be 1 or 2 other RTs in there or something like that, but essentially no brand new tracks, that's for certain. If anything, it's just a variant of an existing city track or something like that. There's a couple like the Bowser's Castle 4T and RT, like a couple things have been left out, but again, just variants of stuff that's already come out. Point is, we're not going to have any more of these tours with brand new retro tracks, unless unless any of these updates, including today's update, and I don't see anything in the data mining yet, or the next tour, which is the anniversary tour, pretty notable tour, unless something happens where we get new ID gaps opening up. And if new ID gaps open up, then that changes everything, and they're continuing to make new tracks and new drivers and me's. That leads me to one of my last points here, is that there's also no driver ID gaps, me driver ID gaps left, really. I believe there are like 2 high-end driver gaps right now left. There might be 1 or 2 to come. So after Gold Wiggler, who's coming out today, very anticlimactic gold coin boxer reveal. About to get him in our account, I suppose. There's like 1 or 2 more drivers. Is one of them Gold Mario? Data miners don't really think so. He already has like his own place in the game or something, and a lot of people don't think he'll come because he's in Coin Rush. I personally do think he'll come at some point, but whatever. As of now, only 1 or 2 more driver slots. So maybe a new driver coming in anniversary, or 2 new drivers coming in anniversaries, maybe reskins of Peach, or maybe another Mario or Luigi or whatever comes. Hopefully an original character would be great. It might be the last for right now, unless we get that update that fills out new ID gaps that are found. You know, maybe Nintendo found a whole other way to do things. Since, you know, over the last year, Koopa V, and as you know, and other data miners have found almost everything there is to find. Now, Koopa V still says there are entire areas of the game he can't find, and he knows there's a lot of content he can't find yet. So there's some hope there, and Nintendo might pivot. You know, Nintendo might not pay attention to what any of these data miners do, or any of us YouTubers do, or you guys might be watching right now. Hello, and if so, you're taking in all this information and you're pivoting so that, you know, players, data miners, YouTubers don't find this information as easily, you know. But the big picture of Mario Kart Tour right now does seem like it's so well timed that all the track ID gaps have run out. All the driver and me driver ID gaps have run out around the same time, you know. That's interesting. And, you know, I mentioned in my big changes video, I do hope you check it out, in the timeline of my recent videos. What are some changes they could do? If everything's already out, if they've released all the assets, are people just going to stop playing? Because I know a lot of you guys probably would, honestly. If they loop tour themes, you know, let's say we get, you know, an autumn tour, and then we get a Halloween tour, and then we get a cat tour, whatever, you know, and it's different combinations of these retro tracks. And there's so many now that I will happily see all these retro tracks come back in new patterns and new combinations. That to me won't get old, but you'll stop losing buffs. So think about this. All the coverage you have when you're looking at your tracker or your account or your toolbox or whatever you look at your coverage with drivers, carts, and gliders, it's basically set, right? And if there is a new driver that randomly comes out, I mean, you're going to have coverage on most of those. There's no new tracks for them to get. They're only going to get old tracks. So you have to keep new drivers coming out as well as new tracks for there to be like a balance to everything. So I really don't know how that's going to look like, but they could change up the meta in a lot of ways I talked about in my video. There's a lot of ways they could change up the meta without doing any new content at all. Just working with what's already there. That to me is the key of keeping this game going for maybe several more years. But right now we could loop tours. It's called the loop theory. And we could see how that plays out over the next year or two. And I'd be fine with it. It'll get a little stale, you know, because you already have your coverage. But they could make it interesting for us. Now, I'll say one more thing about the me drivers before we pop into the new tour. I said that we're just about out of me driver ID gaps as well. So the light blue me racing suit that we're getting in the Sundae Tour today is apparently the last me ID slot. So data miners do not see slots or spaces for upcoming me drivers. This was the last one, which means a week from Friday, when we have the anniversary tour preview, we assume anniversary tour is the next tour after the Sundae Tour, based on our knowledge. When we get that me, if there's a me racing suit trailer, we will, if there's a new me suit, we'll know there's more me suits coming. Right now, there shouldn't be another me racing suit trailer to come. So we'll see, you know, be very interesting to see. And that's about all I got in terms of like talking about where we're at. It's a very interesting time. I would love to see a lot done. The supers are all done. The normals, there's apparently one normal driver ID slot in there in the files. So people are assuming there's going to be another normal driver added. I don't think they're going to do anything with that. I think that's something they may be scrapped at some point, because, we're looking at all these clues and they may or may not be real things. For example, the biggest is that every day on the server the last 1 or 2 weeks, we've been waiting for this supposed news item in the news feed of the game that's talking about upcoming scheduled tours. Koopa V found this in the files that sometime this last tour they were going to release a news item about upcoming scheduled tours, and this seems to speak exactly to everything I've just been talking about. What are their plans? Are they going to go in a loop theory? Are they going to tell us all that? Probably not. They're not going to tell us something that's going to completely deflate the game, like there's no new content. Sorry, they're not going to say that. But they might change up how they do tours. You got to think outside our box. You got to think the way Nintendo thinks, which is to think of things we wouldn't have thought of. Nintendo always does this. They always think of things we never saw coming, for better or worse. And we might have tours that last 1 month long. We might have tours that last 1 week long. The way they do tours might change entirely. They might go ahead and open up the game so you can play a lot more tracks at different times than the typical tour period. Because if you don't have new content releasing, what is the point of having the tours? If you're not getting new buffs, new coverage, I don't know. We're going to see how they do it. I really think they could do a lot of interesting things from here on, or they could really drop the ball. And Mario Kart Tour has always been right on that line of like, oh man, you're doing some great things and just keeping us hanging on just barely. But you guys are missing the boat on a lot of things too. They've always missed the boat on things to such a great degree if you watch every video I've ever done. So it's riding that fine line, and I'm going to still play as long as the game's going, I hope you will too, because for newer players, if you're a newer player, and I got a lot of you guys out there, you talk to me on the Discord, you talk to me in the YouTube chat, a lot of you guys have come over lately, you're still building your coverage. So, Wiggler, while Wiggler doesn't have a lot of unique coverage to me, a new player with a giant banana, original character that sparks joy and is fun to drive with, it might be the most dominant driver in your account the entire next year. So there's still a lot to speak to when it comes to new players. So that's about it. What do you guys think? I want to be clear though, Mario Kart Tour is not ending. Ending means ending. The terms of service coming to an end of service. At some point they will announce Mario Kart Tour is ending its service. It will not work after a certain date. That is not coming anytime soon. You have a Tier 99 challenge card where you have to win a certain amount of Tier 99 first place victories. Even whales are not even close to completing that challenge card yet. And for newer players or players who've been playing a year, they have to keep that challenge card open for a while longer. We're definitely going to have 1 or 2 more years of content looping, at least in Mario Kart Tour, if not new content coming to the game. So I'm really feeling like wistful, emotional, nostalgic about the game. I'm really appreciating everything we've had. I mean, Madrid was so much fun. I'm really savoring all of this. Madrid may be the last city track. They could just open up a whole new phase though and do more. I don't think they originally planned to do the booster course pass. I think that was an idea that came to them once they saw how popular Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still was in terms of sales. And, they were like, hey, let's extend this for longer than we originally thought. They could do that with Mario Kart Tour also. They're making money. Gold Pass, random commemoratives. I don't know if whales are buying rubies like they used to. I don't know why they don't do ruby packs for $40 with drivers. Like, why don't they, in this time, toward the end of things, if we are toward the end of things, release a black off-roader for $40? The yellow off-roader debuted as a $40 pack. Why not do a black off-roader? They're not doing packs as much since the pipes went away, and that really has me scratching my head. It seems like they'd be doing more packs than ever before to just bring some exclusivity to things, because you can just buy whatever you want in the Spotlight Shop right now. When we went from the Gacha to the Spotlight Shop, I know it was tough for a lot of people. Me too. I mean, the pipes were so much fun. A certain energy, a certain excitement, a certain suspense about, what are you going to get with your rubies, the fun of pulling in pipes. It's gone, right? We don't have that anymore. We're literally going to open this app and buy Gold Wiggler just outright for 150 rubies, there's nothing more to it than that. It's very anticlimactic, you know. But it is what it is now. I don't think the Spotlight Shop over the last year was a huge success, just because, like, if you look at me, like, the thing I wanted, that I was excited about was, oh my gosh, I can check my chances every single day for the Mark II carts because I want to collect them. I need the metal Mark II, I need the green Mark II, I need the sky blue, etc. And that was my big plan, right? Oh, I'm gonna check every day and see if I get them. Within like 3 or 4 weeks, I had every single Mark II, and I literally don't even look at the Spotlight Shop anymore. Now again, I'm a day one account, so I'm speaking to people who also, like me, have been playing since day one. To newer players, you know, I find them asking a lot, like, should I buy something for the Spotlight Shop? And for that, this is the stuff of the game. This is how you build your account. You decide what drivers, what carts, what gliders I want to build my account around. Hopefully plus skilled drivers, you know, the 4+ skills, coin box, lucky 7, boomerang, giant banana. Hopefully big hitbox carts so you can get more actions, more coins with those coin boxers. And gliders, just coverage. That's why you got to bring in some tools like the Bam and GURPS tracker or MKT toolbox, ticket time, other resources that are out there for you guys that the community has made. They're all in my Discord server. If you're joining up and confused about them, there's still a lot to learn, so hit us up for tips. I'm opening up the game right now though, and a little fishy just jumped out of the water. It's a foggy morning on the lake. The fog will be clearing soon. And I was just going to do a members only video just with a screen recording of my reaction to the tour. But I just decided to do a quick informal video for everybody. Some of my first Kart Life videos were just me sitting in a car talking about the game. That's weird. The music played over this, which is odd. So I'm not doing my usual video where you can see my whole screen. I'm just going to tell you a couple things about the tour and see what loadouts I've got. Excuse me. So ranking results are on display, and I had a player that was way higher than me. There was no way to catch him, even with all the investments. That's just how it is sometimes. That's why it's beautiful to get second place. You're only getting 5 rubies less. You're getting the same amount of cap tickets. Blue for Me racing suit is in our account, and we'll have the light blue Me racing suit added today. We got a gold pipe for our ranked award. So yeah, you just accept second. Oh, rough. The tiny Rose Queen, one of the most dominant carts of year one, maybe the most dominant cart of year one at that time. I never had it. I got by without it. It's basically a pink gold peach reskin of the Queen Bee. It's just really funny that that's there. 20 rubies, but there's our cap tickets. Oh, we got a boat going by. Cart cap tickets, I've got tons of them. I've got more than I do of anything else. So even if I had placed third, got 6 cart cap tickets, in this kind of week, it's not a big deal. You want to focus on driver cap ticket weeks if you really can. And we got a glider cap ticket week for ranked in week 1 of Sundae Tour, and then week 2 of Sundae Tour will be that driver cap ticket week. So if you want to focus on one of them, focus on the driver week. But I'm fine with second place. It's only 5 rubies less. They diminished the first place rubies. Right here you get 25 rubies for first place and 20 rubies for second place. It didn't used to be that way. You used to get 40 for first place. What happened to that, Nintendo? Talk about taking the wind out of the sails since that big update a year ago. Man, that really is taking the wind out of your sails. If you're only playing for 5 more rubies for first place, why spend, 15 high-end tickets, 9 cap tickets just to get 5 more rubies? It makes no sense because you're pulling rubies all the time in these multiplayer pipes. All it takes is 2-3 ruby pulls, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do any of those investments anymore. But one of the reasons why I had all this prepped to talk about the last year of what happened and now and the state of the game and the future of the game is because we thought we were going to get this news item in the news, and it never came. Is Nintendo on to Koopa V's ways? Is Nintendo trying to hide things from us that we would have found before? Have they pushed it? At some point, we could get a news item about upcoming scheduled tours. Just be prepared for that to hit the news feeds at some time. It might give us some more insight into what they're doing, or it might be something extremely vague. So we'll see. So the Sundae Tour starts now. I'm not going to go through everything Penguin Mario and Penguin Luigi are going to be spotlight drivers. No, they're not must pulls, must buys. I see. I'm still saying pulls from the old days. They're not must buys. They're ice flower skills, if I'm not mistaken. They had good coverage. They have good track coverage. So if you don't care about plus skills, and there's players out there who just don't, that's fine. You can invest in these Penguin drivers, for example, and get some great coverage out of them. The non-plus skill Luigi drivers are a great example. A lot of tracks, right? A lot of coverage, a lot of breadth to what they cover. But without a plus skill, your ceiling for scoring is just going to be lower. Everything is relative in this game. So if you want to invest in non-plus skill drivers that make you happy, if you're the biggest Penguin lover there is, go for it. This is your tour, man. But you're not going to be able to score as high. That's why we have the meta out there for you guys to follow. If you go to StudFit's channel, see Ant11 Larry's Top 10, you see the hot things right now. Matt Aldridge's channel as well. That's why we put these things out there for you, because if you want to just make your ceiling a little higher, optimize your account, meaning, okay, I can be good, I can, invest in things I want to, but how can I eke out even more out of what I have? If you want to just go towards that top ceiling of what you can do in your account, that's what meta is. You don't have to knock on the meta or say, oh, I don't follow the meta, no one's going to tell me what I have to invest in or what's right or wrong. Guys, the point is to give you the tools to push your account higher if you want, because your ceiling will be lower if you're not following certain things from the meta. It's just up to you. Keep the ceiling lower if you want. That's fine. You won't progress as high. You'll come up against people in ranked more often that are going to outscore you, as opposed to, for me, I come up with someone that outscores me maybe once every 3 or 4 ranked weeks. Other than that, I get first place usually. Occasionally there's someone. But if you're doing, less plus skills, if I'm investing only in Rosalinas or something like that, that's fine, but I'm going to come up against people who beat me 2 out of 3 ranked weeks. And so you're going to progress slower. So I just had to I wanted to just kind of say that. I don't like hearing people knock the meta. The meta is a tool for everyone to use if you want to. It's not a right or wrong. It is, here is the best practices. If you've heard that term before, best practices are there for you to follow so that you can do what you want with your resources, because the only way to get more rubies, get more coins, is to succeed in the game. And that's what we're trying to help people do. I'm going to go right to my shop just to see if I have a high-end tickets. I'm starting this tour with 36,000 coins, and I do like that a lot. Nothing in my daily selects today. We're going to do a quick re-roll. I could have bought tier shop tickets yesterday, driver tickets. I decided not to. Oh, we got another cap. That's too bad. I don't think I screenshot that for Kareem, but anyway, you can see. I decided not to buy the tier shop tickets. I could have spent the entire 30,000 on the 15,000 driver tickets. I know Turtle Dude, you've said I should do that. There's a theory to that being a strong move because driver tickets are so valuable. But I'm really sitting pretty on my tickets right now. I'm in a great spot. I've got 47 driver level tickets, 25 kart level tickets, and 41 glider kart level tickets. For caps, I have 47, 59, and 41. So I like that. I'm just down on the kart tickets. 3 more driver tickets will take me to 50, which is totally insane. In terms of other things asked, should you get them or not, we have a Spooky Sprinkle glider. It's a Halloween ice cream. I know a lot of people are loving that. I'll probably pick that up for $4, throw the devs, a little bit of pocket change to say, hey, thanks for keeping this game going with content. You have the Flying Flappers coming back as a commemorative. Is it a must buy? No, it is interesting that's getting returned. It might get a nice buff on one of these new tracks. The Penguin Slider Cart, not a must buy. Gold Wiggler, here he is, coin box. It was anticlimactic just because Koopa V dropped a big reveal on that. So we have Wiggler Gold. It just feels too soon. It just feels too soon to have a gold Wiggler. Wiggler just came out. I'm still trying to even find some way for regular Wiggler to have value. Then you have the Wiggler Me suit. There's no way Wiggler and the Wiggler Me and Wiggler Gold will all have great value. That's the problem. So you're kind of spreading thin the Wiggler hype. You know what I mean? If Wiggler Gold came out, 6 months from now, maybe, and it's been a long time without a coin box, or maybe, he'd be exciting. But will I get him? Of course I will get him. I'm going to get every coin box driver in this game. And as a rule, I do take all of them to 6 pretty much, at least. He's a middleweight driver, which is not going to hold you back too much. I prefer a heavyweight, you know, Gold Chuck, Gold PD. One of the reasons they succeeded so much, in addition to getting great ACR and ranked coverage, was just their heavyweights, you know, and you put them in some of the biggest carts you're investing in, and it's just like so dominant. So I don't love that he's middleweight, but at least he's not lightweight. So Larry Wintertime being lightweight, he's the only coin boxer I've not invested into at this point. The question about me suit's still at level 4 or 5 for me too. So Wiggler Gold, we'll see if he gets used. I have a feeling he'll have a exclusive on one of these remix vanilla like that we're getting new to this tour. Light blue Me Racing suit, let's go ahead. I guess we're gonna pick him up. This is called the Me Tax. 70 rubies per tour. It's never too late to start catching up. Go ahead and start buying them. If you think you're heading towards tier 80, especially with that gold Me suit in your future at some point in the next year, maybe, of your game, then definitely start buying every Me suit, because they haven't capped them, they haven't announced them. And again, we'll see that next Me trailer is going to be really huge. And Koopa V might leak something about the next tour. I know some people are mixed on Koopa V doing this. You can always go to Koopa V's channel, leave your feedback if you like seeing the leaks in advance or if you don't. I know there's two sides of the coin there. I do know a lot of people voted on my server for Koopa V to leak the stuff that they prefer when he leaks the stuff. Kart Pro is here, so I actually got my multiplayer grade up to S+8. I was seeing if I could get to S+9 before this Kart Pro kicked in. It's one more ruby, but you know, even one more ruby, I still think that's such a fundamental part of the kart life philosophy of resource management. If you can get a little bit more than the next guy, big picture, it adds up. You know, I've been doing this for 4 years, limit breaking every single day. I should be at S+9. It's actually one of the only areas that I'm deficient in terms of like keeping up with the pace, you know, and that's fine. Multiplayer is hard. It's hard to get when you're in the top grades of multiplayer. It's really hard to advance. You got to be really strict with how you play. Some of us don't have the time or patience for it, or the internet connection for it. And we got another nice little boat going by. The fog is still here on the water, and we're just going to see if there's anything else worth saying before we look to my rank loadouts. We do have driver tickets in the gifts, a couple extra driver tickets this week on rotation, so I will hit 50 high-end driver tickets. How cool is that, guys? The first time for me. What will I do with them? Will I invest in the gold wiggler? Maybe he gets a double feature and I can take him to 7 triple capped right now. I mean, I'm down. I mean, look, if these are the last drivers they're adding to the game for a while, we got to enjoy them, man. I mean, we might not get a gold Kamek, we might not get a gold Poochie, we might not even get gold Mario. Who knows? We got gold wiggler, and he's here to stay, so we'll see what happens. You have Kart Pro, you got your normal challenges, and then you have one extra glider ticket and glider cap in the total points challenge. This is also, you can just factor in what resources you're going to be adding to your account this tour and working with. In data mining, I don't think there's any big news here. We're going to wrap it up here in just a second. There is a new glider, the mint and melon or something like that. I think it'll be coming next week. There's a new chocolate, crepe mint chocolate, or whatever it's called, soft swerve, not crepe. We have the strawberry soft swerve. Now we got another one here. There's no ice cream minibuses, but I know a lot of you guys are ice cream fans. You love the ice cream tours. Let's see if White Tanuki Mario gets any buffs. It looks like regular Sky High Sundae is back in ranked. I'm pretty sure that last Sunday tour we also had regular Sky High Sundae in ranked. It's been a whole year since this track has come back. One of the nitros we got in this last year, I didn't really touch on that either, but the nitros that we got in the last year have been amazing. Piranha Plant Cove, Piranha Plant Pipeline, Squeaky Clean Sprints. We thought there was going to be one or two more. The Mob MU, Mob NU nitro tracks, turns out they might be test tracks that were never fully finished. So I think that's it for nitro tracks. As of now, keyword as of now, game not ending. If I see anyone says the game is ending, I'm going to mute you from the server. Just kidding, maybe. But Sky High Sundae is back. Remix Vanilla Lake 2, this is the new track with the igloos on it. And Rose's Ice World, so great to have Rose's Ice World back. We also have back in this tour, DK Pass, Remix Vanilla Lake 1. Luigi Circuit is back in the tour, and some people are predicting that. DK Summits, Frap Snowlands, Balloon Battle is going to be Cookie Land and Battle Course 3, but it's great to have these winter tracks back. DK Pass is a classic Mario Kart Tour track, one of the best in the game. It's going to be a really fun ACR, I think, with a lot of these tracks. So let's look at our ranked loadouts. Week 1 is Sky High Sundae, Remix Vanilla Lake 2, Rosalina's Ice World R, and next week's going to be Luigi Circuit RT, Remix Vanilla Lake 2 RT, Gold Wiggler is shown, and Sky High Sundae R. Quick look at my loadouts before we go. Sky High Sundae. Already got White Tanuki Mario, and he's getting the Gold Wiggler overlapping there. Silver Mii suit is really huge. Actually, that's my best driver because he's 6 double capped. But 6 double capped on a Mii suit is way more than 6 double cap regular. So Lucky 7 driving on Sky High Sundae sounds really fun. Gold Wiggler, the yellow Mii racing suit has it. Photo Toad, Rosa Chef, and a couple other Mii's and non-plus skills. Carts, we've got that beautiful pink Mark II. I love my Mark II collection. I wanted to invest in the metal Mark II last week, but like I said, I had someone way higher in first, and I just couldn't. I couldn't even get close. And I'm just realizing I clicked out of the pit crew rankings. I'm so sorry. Shoot, I don't know if I can find out who is pit crew chief. Dang. Okay, sorry about that. If you click out of the ranked rewards, and I'm doing a little different kind of video today, so apologies to the pit crew for not getting that in. I know Lex Alexis has just joined the pit crew list as well. Sorry for the sniffly nose. I gotta wrap up here. Pink Mark II though, and just showing you guys what I have. 8-bit 1-up mushroom will be mine this tour. Won't go into detail about the rest of the featured things or buffs right now, but do check out the rundown on Studfish's channel. Excuse me. With Antilev, and he'll go over some of the buffs, and Antilev will as well. Some of the more interesting and notable buffs of the tour. Always look forward to that. Remix. So I love my loadout on the first track. It's looking great. I could take Silver Mii suit higher, but Gold Wiggler so far does not have a chance. Remix Vanilla Lake 2. Oh my God, he won't quit. Blue Shy Guy Explorer. I tend to go, if you watch Studfit's videos or other videos like Carlos, since they're in the whale tier, you'll notice when they look at their loadouts, the first thing they mention is the Mii suits. The first thing I tend to mention is the non-Mii suits, because I'm still very curious for these non-Mii plus skill drivers to have a fighting chance. And Blue Shy Guy Explorer absolutely has, total ranked warrior, ranked monarch, as Shy Guy Kart would say this year. Amazing. There are some plus skill Mii's though. You got the Santa Mii, the Morton Mii, and then a couple Luigi, the new Mario. That's about it. We're taking Blue Shy Guy Explorer. For the carts, we got nothing, but it's another opportunity to invest in the blue Crawley cart. I still have it at 1. I think it's got 6 or 7 tracks. Here's going to be 1 more. And again, if our coverage and buffs are getting locked into what they are, and there's no new drivers and tracks, then you have what you have. The coverage you have is the coverage you're gonna have, and you can really double down on some investments you've been waiting to do, like Blue Crawley Cart for me. But again, I'm lower on cart tickets. You guys saw me already say that. That's the problem. There's a lot of carts. Silver Warrior Wagon and the Dolphin one, the new one, are both in there as well. So those are contenders too. For gliders, do I have something good? Yes, the regular 8-bit mushroom. Unbelievable run for this glider. All-time glider, this one and the 8-bit 1-up. Just because the 8-bit 1-up, we might say that's the glider of the year. This one though, too. They go hand in hand, honestly. Ice Mario's mustache, gold 8-bit, a couple other things there. So great coverage. Great coverage. You need a cart upgrade. Rosalina's Ice World R, let's remind ourselves what's here. Gold PD. Everyone talking about Gold PD was trash. He didn't end up having good value. What are you talking about? He's been in the Studfit Antilev top 10 for the almost entire last year, I'm almost positive. yes, he maybe doesn't have ranked features as much, but it doesn't matter. All you have to have is a ranked feature once every handful of tours. You can't expect someone to be you can't expect every driver to be dominant every single week. Guys, no. Gold PD is absolutely insane. And if Gold Chuck gets a track this tour, I'm gonna throw my phone in the pool. There's been so much Gold Chuck coverage. I bet they're gonna give him one. So anyway, we also have Volendam, Nabbit, PD Piranha, Pit Crew Toad. That's cool. I think I used him originally back in the day on this track before Gold PD got it. For carts, oh wow, I already had level 6.2 Crawley, Ramby, and Cream MK2 Mark II. But look at that, Gold Pipes got the buff. Instant upgrade on something I already had 6.2. Now we're 8 quad with the Gold Pipes, my biggest cart investment of my entire Mario Kart Tour career coming in right there. I love it. I'm using it every single tour since I've done that. And the wonderful wings. Look at this loadout. Gold PD, Gold Pipes, wonderful wings. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. I will try to get on the Discord and do a VC where I'm grinding some ranked cup. We'll see though. So I have a beautiful ranked week, guys. Let's see who's in my ranked list, if anyone we knows. Just Upon, Red Doe, Kinopio, Tommy Boy, Roiksop, great band by the way. Potpee, Lot 93, Crickle Talk, Chris, Clap Stool, Jota Parati, Cam Cam, Anikadzilla, B Deezy, Natsu, Mama Was and Was, and Jesus. No one I know, okay? But you can click your opponents and you can look at them. You can look at their high scores, kind of see what level they're at as a player. Quickly, ranked week 2, we got Luigi Circuit RT, and it looks like I got Shy Guy Ninja. Gold King Bob-omb is back in ranked. We got Pinja is here as well. Gold Knight Luigi unlocks this at level 8. That's kind of interesting. I did take him to 7.3 so he could really have some use, some value. Just want to point out right here, still no Gold Wiggler use for me. It'd be nice if we had a track here, like Remix Vanilla, like right here, Gold Wiggler's featured. Let's see him as the only plus skill driver with no me competition on the plus skill side. Clicking it. Yes, they did it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just as I predicted just now, Gold Wiggler. Okay, we have Wiggler. So that's actually really tough. Gold Wiggler Coinbox versus Wiggler Giant Banana. I only say tough. I mean, obviously Coinbox beats Giant Banana, but people might have already invested in regular Wiggler. So it's going to be hard for the Wiggler simps to choose there. Interesting. So we might go ahead and take either Wiggler or Gold Wiggler up. Probably Gold Wiggler. We'll take him to 4 or 6 next week if we need to. We'll see. But the rest, it's just me suits that have non-plus skills. So that's kind of nice. They're giving us some good options. Oh, wow. Nice to see the Koopa Dry Bones Dasher. I took it to 4. I love how this looks. I just love gray. I don't know. It's just an aesthetic thing. The Blooper Shuttle, though, I still have at level 1. It's a great meta cart. So we can go with one of those. And then for gliders, hey, the Flying Flappers, great. Awesome. These are level 5 for me. I might have said Festival Wings before. Sorry if I got them confused. Flying Flappers is the winter season reskin of Festival Wings. This has a lot of tracks on my account. That's why I have it at 5 double capped. So that's beautiful. I could finally take it to 6. Gold Hard Hat also has it. The 8-bit block is doing so well. So that's Remix from the Like 2RT. This is a new track. It's a new family of, existing elements within the Remix Vanilla Lake setting, but you're going to have some balloons in the sky, some hot air balloons, and the igloos. Last track for next week, Sky High Sunday are Rosalina Swimwear. Look at that. And Tanuki Mario. You also have Pastry Chef. You have the Triple Banana Chef Me suit. There's no other plus skills, though. The only plus skill is Rosalina Swimwear. So there you go. 7 double capped. I mean, she does have a few tracks for me. You never know. We could triple cap her. We'll see. I'm not opposed to giving some tickets to some older drivers every now and then. For the carts, we got the Cupid Zero regular, amazing. Moo Off-Roader has it. The Jukebox Buggy, the Cream Mark II. A lot of good options here. A lot of meta options. And then for gliders, ooh, wow, we're struggling here. Interesting. So we often have a one little glider deficit. We have the red and gold umbrella level 1. We got the new Dolphin Great Sail at 2. Snow Crystals is the best glider currently at 4 single capped. So interesting. Mint and berry balloons. Record setter is there. Some people might be using that. We got the gold version of the ice cream gold chocolate balloons. I kind of like the 2/10 of gold there. That'll be, I guess, a gold pass gift this tour, or I'm assuming. Sky Sundae. So that's next week. One use for gold wiggler, but already have wiggler on that track. We'll see how that goes. And then, yeah, this week I got dominant loadouts. Guys, I'm going to head out. I just wanted to do a quick informal video. It actually wasn't too quick. It was 45 minutes long, talking about the state of the game, talking about the Sundae Tour. I'm on vacation this week and next. I will not be doing my regular grind live streams, but I might hop into the VC on the Kart Life Discord, either in the members. VC is a special treat to the members out there. I appreciate y'all's support so much. I try to do little special surprises from time to time, hanging out with you guys. So I might do it as a members perk, or I might do it in the open VC. We'll see. But follow any announcements I make on the Discord. You'll see any tags I give out to everyone if I'm going to do that for a little bit. All right, so guys, enjoy your week. Let me know what you think about the state of the game right now, and if you're going to be enjoying the Sundae Tour, and what you're doing with Gold Wiggler or any of your investments for ranked this week. I always love hearing what you guys are doing. And once again, apologies for missing the Pit Crew Friend rankings this week. Appreciate my members so much. You guys are just incredible. You've been coming in more and more, even as content goes down. You guys, your support only continues to grow. So I appreciate what we've been able to do this last year. It's been a really amazing year for Mario Kart Tour. Let's appreciate this amazing game we love and savor it. Savor it. We might not have Sky High Sunny back for another year, so get some XP out of these tracks. Enjoy grinding them. Get yourself a banana split and have a good time. Thanks, guys. I'm going to go relax on this lake now. Have a good one. Peace.